going on YouTube? My name the Crypto Shop. And of course, I brought my man Jay Seals in the building. What's going on, brother?
What's up? What's up?
Today we are streaming live from the Clear Cryptos channel. Nothing really changes. We just love to give you guys an overall view of the market today. We're going to give our thoughts on the market. If you were here earlier with us, we had a pretty good panel with myself, Justin, Austin Hilton, Zach Humphreys, and Oscar Ramos. So it was a pretty good panel. I love the energy on that stream. But we had more things happen on the day. So we wanted to come back on the Clear Cryptos channel and kind of discuss some of the macroeconomics and kind of how that affects the crypto market all in general. So first of all, thank you guys so much for stopping by the Clear Cryptos education channel, education platform. We hope to do more and more of these live streams. One, I absolutely enjoy them. I know Justin has a ball.
Yep.
Two, I think it's important to not only have the conversation live, so that we can, take on questions, answers, those type of things, answer your questions to the best of our abilities. And if we can't get you the answers right away, we can kind of go back to the drawing board and kind of raise those questions in the background and then bring that all back to Clear, right? So I think Clear is trying to do what I know Clear is trying to do and to accomplish is to, with this particular platform or this particular utility that they brought to their platform, is to provide a constant flow of education to the individuals out there that maybe are lacking it or that just want more of it. So again, we're going to be discussing a little bit of the Apple earnings. We're going to be discussing a little bit of Bitcoin and Ethereum movements on the day. We're going to be discussing the GDP, the FOMC meeting, our thoughts, how we view it, and how that's kind of coming all together to affect crypto in general. Justin, your thoughts before I get into these comments, man.
Man, I'm so happy right now that we're bullish. I was looking at the BTC chart earlier, and we got 4 straight weeks of green. I don't think that's been really said enough, but we got 4 straight weeks of green. Right. So, I think we're on the up and up. We'll see. I don't like to put the cart before the horse, so to speak. But, right now we can be happy and take a minute to take it all in, and hopefully, we'll see some more growth here in the coming days and weeks and months.
Awesome. And before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, please do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button, turn the notification bells on, and let the world of YouTube know we are live. I've already tweeted it out on my channel. If you could just retweet the YouTube channel so we can get some people in here and have a good discussion. So shout out to Tony P, says, can't wait to learn some awesome information. We got Jonathan Fope in the building, said, what's up, everyone? What's going on, John? Boca G said, let's go. Hit the like button on your way in. Appreciate you. Dillinger Dave says, what's up, T.Hobbs and Justin? Tell me something good. BTFA Alpha. We're not here for that today, Dillinger Dave. Clear Crypto says, good evening, everyone. Please hit the like button on your way in. Thank you so much, Clear Cryptos. And then RZ in the building says, let's go. What's going on, RZ? All right, man. So let's just jump right into it. Like I said, this is a Clear Cryptos production. We are live streaming on the Clear Cryptos channel. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. And if you guys haven't done so already, take a look at the Twitter page. They have 12.6 thousand subscribers, approaching very fast, in a very fast pace, up to that 13,000 mark. Right here is where I want you to pick your focus at. Click the link tree here. Once you click the link tree, if my computer wants to speed up here, we want to kind of filter everybody to not only subscribe to the YouTube channel, make sure you follow us on Twitter, but we want to kind of filter everyone to the Discord. If you're a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok user, not hating on you at all, but the majority of the information, the quicker information, the fast-paced information is going to be via Discord. So make sure you take yourself to the Twitter channel and then log on to the Twitter. Once you follow us on Twitter, click that link tree button and make sure you add yourself to the Discord. Very good atmosphere over there. Very good moderators over there, keeping you up to date on everything about Clear Cryptos that we can share at the moment. That being said, we'll get into some of this macroeconomics, and I think you'll start, Justin. You want to start, or you want me to start? Whichever one you want to do, it doesn't matter.
You can start off.
All right. And then we got Just Main. Just Main X the hippie. What's good, y'all? What's going on? CC Averto says hi, and then we got Mr. Daniel. I will deal with you later, sir. Weekend at last. What's going on?
Before we get into it, I'm glad that Jay Minks the hippie, CC Averto, Daniel, hopefully a few other people will stop by. So Clear Cryptos tweeted out the wrong link. So it's funny because I was in a different channel. I was in the Clear Cryptos channel, and I was like, what's going on? Why haven't we gone live yet? Like, I kept refreshing. I'm like, why? And then I went to your tweet and I found where we were actually live. I went back into the YouTube channel. I'm trying to direct everybody who's in that stream back over to the stream now that's live. So
thank you so much. That might have been my bad because I came in and started a different stream. I didn't have the actual stream, so that might have been my bad. Technical difficulties, no big deal. If you guys are over at the other stream, go ahead and filter back over to here, the new stream. So Luckside Crypto, what's up? What's going on, Luckside? Daniel had a rough week. Go easy, man. I'm not gonna mess with him. What up, people? What's going on, Benji? I'm in this thing. What's good, Clear Cryptos? What's going on, Cortez? All right, so let's get right into it, man. Now, today's big news after the market close was going to be was the Apple earnings. Right now, Apple is kind of important for the overall market, but it's also important for the crypto market, right? Apple makes up one of the top 5 tech stocks in the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. So it's a pretty big deal. It's the largest company in the stock market. It's like close to a $3 trillion market cap. I think we're roughly about 2.6 trillion. So Apple beating earnings on revenue and profit, expects growth to accelerate despite pockets of softness. Now, I'm not going to go through and read every single aspect of their earnings. I'll just hit you with the big ones. Revenue, very, very big on revenue. They beat revenue 83 billion versus 82.1 billion expected. So estimated up 2% year over year. So that's kind of a big deal right there. And then what was the other one? Oh, gross margin, 43.2% versus 42.61%. So Apple did pretty good on their earnings today. So if you notice later in the day, we pumped to a certain level on the S&P 500. We kind of consolidated. And as soon as we got those Apple earnings, everything just went to the moon, so to speak, right? Why? It's because Apple is a tech stock. Crypto is tied to tech stocks at the moment. So as you know, we'll talk about here later on in the show, there's a direct correlation to the tech stocks that you need to pay attention to. There's a direct correlation to the overall stock market in general that you should be paying attention to that can give you kind of a leg up when you either trading stocks or trading crypto, right? It's kind of important to pay attention to the overall movement in the market in general. So, Justin, your thoughts, good sir.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to get ahead of you with my thoughts and where you're going with this. So hopefully I'll be leading the way a little bit. But for those of you who know who are with us every day on the crypto shop, I've been bearish now for, I would say, the better part of 2.5-3 months. Kind of just been in hibernation, just been hibernating, been watching. But I've been slowly waking up and my bullish side is slowly coming out, right? Because all these events, all these news catalysts that we have are stacking up on one another to make me more bullish, right? This week, we're 70% of the stock market that really make up the stock market. We're reporting for earnings, and we had a fantastic earnings week, right? Knock one for being more bullish. Then we had Powell come out and amazing speech. We had the rate hikes come out at 75 basis points. Bam, give me 2 more stacks. I'm waking up a little bit more. Then GDP comes out. GDP, not the best, but still beat last quarter's GDP. Bam, another layer added on. My eyes are open. I'm now really watching because it's just, people just don't care. Like they literally don't care anymore about all the bad news, because when they see those green candles start to I'm waking up, because when them green candles start coming in, people start getting bullish. I can't remember the number, and dang, I should have looked it up before the stream, but in the past like 24 hours, it's been like 39.3
billion.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, okay, so 3.9 billion worth of volume has come back into the crypto market, right? And volume is what drives the market. It doesn't matter which way the volume's going. When volume is in the market, that's how you gauge participation in the market.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear those numbers coming in, that's when you're like, oh boy, hold up, wait a second. People are coming back, and you want to be a part of that 3.9 billion. Like you don't want to miss that wave, because that's telling you that people are starting to participate again and they're looking to come back. So oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say what's funny is you asked me for the number, I gave you the number, and you still said the number that you wanted to say. I was like I said 4.3 billion. You said 3.9 billion. I was like
whatever.
I was like, so why did I just give him the number then?
Hey, look, it don't matter. In any event, it's a lot of volume, a lot of coins, a lot of crypto is trading hands right now, and that's what you want to see, especially if you're trying to make some money in this market, which I believe we're in a great environment to make money right now. That's what you want, is you want high volume, high liquidity. You want people trading like crazy, and it's going to present opportunities. And more bullish weeks are to come if everything continues to line up the way it's lining up. And for me, it's just certain things that had to stack up correctly for me to become bullish, and we're getting that happening now.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I mean, you got ahead of me, but it's all good.
I know. I try my best not to, but I know it's gonna happen.
I'm not tripping at all, man. And the week's not over, right? So you take a look over here to the earnings whisperer. Very good Twitter handle to follow if you want to kind of keep up with the earnings. But the week's not over. Friday's to come, right? So Friday we got oil and gas, right? So I mean, it most likely will be up. We'll see how they report. We want it to be down, but I doubt it, just based off the quarter that oil and gas had. Like, we know that they had a great quarter. So that being said, though, there's the reason why I'm starting to lean more toward the bullish side of things, and hashtag save the bears, as Daniel would say. But
let them burn.
The reason why I'm starting to lean more bullish is more toward the economic calendar, right? You take a look at the economic calendar over here, right? Now, we just finished this week. Now, the economic calendar, this one that I'm looking at on Market Watch, it only goes about a week out, but I kind of know the schedule anyway. But if you take a look over here, Jerome Powell has kind of strategically placed us in a situation where the only thing we're going to hear about for the next week is job numbers. Like, that's the only thing that's really on the calendar that people are really going to be paying attention to. I mean, there's some stuff in here about rental income and stuff like that, or rental vacancies and homeowner vacancies that people might pay attention to. But we're going to be really looking at August 4th when we get those jobless claims, the unemployment rates, and all that stuff starting August 5th. It's kind of like having a runway that's clear for takeoff, right? When there's nothing in front of it as far as, FUD, right? In this case, I'm talking about fear. I'm not talking about fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I'm talking about what's the word y'all use in the air community when you talk about FOD.
Yeah, FOD.
I forget what it is.
Foreign objects,
detected or something debris. Like that. Yeah, foreign object debris. There we go. So FOD, right? It's kind of like not having any FOD on the runway, right? The fact that we don't have anything in our way, barring some crazy thing happening in the market is set up to run, not be in a bull market, but the market is set up to really, really run because there's nothing really in the way, right? The only thing we're going to be waiting on is to see those CPI numbers come out in August, right? And then Fed rate hikes again in September. That being said, Fed rate hikes don't actually have to happen in September, or they can be very, very small. Doesn't look like we're going to get that 1% that Daniel, shout out to Daniel, I see him in the chat. Doesn't look like we're going to get that 1% that Daniel bet me on my other show, that we were going to actually get. It's not looking real good for that 1% now. So that being said, I mean, we have other catalysts, but reasons to believe, not to be political, but we also have midterms to come out, in November, right? People are going to be looking, the administration, even though the Fed isn't directly tied to the administration, we know how it all works, right? The Fed's going to be looking to make this administration look good. So they're going to do what they can to make this market look bullish. We all know that, fundamentally everything hasn't changed, but that doesn't mean that in the meantime, the sentiment, the attitude of the market can't change. And I think that's what we saw happening starting Thursday, or starting Wednesday, heading into Friday. So I fully expect this movement of the market to continue, maybe have a little bit of sell-off toward the end of the day tomorrow just because it's Friday. But then I'm looking for crypto to make some big moves over the weekend. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, first, going back to the earnings tomorrow with gas, I'm really interested in these gas earnings because I know that gas is going to report that they did very well. And that's not what I'm interested in. What I'm interested in is their forecasted outlook. That's what's interesting. Not only just because, of inflation, but for my own pockets for gas money, right? So I'm very curious to see what their outlook is on gas, because in my opinion, the run up that they had is unsustainable, especially with the way things are going with now. I mean, we talk about it all the time, and a lot of people also notice that gas has gone down a considerable amount, like mostly $1 on average everywhere. So I want to see what their outlook is for the future on how much they think gas will continue to go down, or if they think they're going to, raise their prices. What are their margins looking like for the next 3 months or the next 6 months? Because that'll really give us a gauge on inflation, because energy, like it or not, is the driving factor in inflation. It's just how it is. It's the biggest chunk of the inflation that's going on right now.
Yep.
Food is next. Travel, but even and this is why energy is so important, because travel is a sector in the inflation reports and CPI, but travel is directly affected by fuel and energy, right? So if you get that down, you're basically killing two birds with one stone, which is why energy is so important and why I use that as a indicator of where we were with inflation. But as far as next week and the next month's outlooks as far as economic calendar go, just like Hobbs said, I mean, we're just waiting to take off. As long as there's no bad news on the jobs, which I doubt there will be, there's really nothing stopping a bullish run for at least the next month. Now, that's not to say that it's going to be completely straight green every single day and we're going to be jumping for joy. No, there's going to be pullbacks because people will take profits. I think people will be very defensive during this time because of uncertainty, right? Like, we have direction, but the uncertainty of how long is this going to last, right? Before the next bad thing happens. So I think people will be very cautious. I think we'll see a lot of pullbacks, but off those pullbacks, we'll see these rips because there's nothing in the way to cause any fear or uncertainty that's going to really cause a huge drop. I don't know if you have a different thought on that one.
No. I mean, that goes with my my FOD comment, right? But I was just going to add that one other thing you want to look at is this right here, right? So this number right here, Fed funds target rate, right? Right here. Like, the goal overall is to get to about, I think, 3.25, 3.5, somewhere around there, right? We're currently between 2.25, 2.5, right? That means that theoretically, we only get 2 more hikes. So theoretically, if we continue at a pace that the Fed agrees with, we're either not going to get any hikes, or we're looking at 0.5, 0.25, somewhere around there, you know what I'm saying, moving up, which is going to be bullish for the market if we can come in at neutral at 3.25 or even as high as 3.5. Basically makes the Fed look like a genius, because everybody laughed at the Federal Reserve when Jerome Powell came out and said, I mean, it was the running joke for a while when Jerome Powell came out and said, inflation was transitory. Well, if this holds up and we go back, and like I said earlier, we look back 2-3 years down the road and we look at this blip, this recession looks like a blip in the road. I mean, he's not wrong. Even though I feel like he made that word up, but I feel like it's not, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's not wrong when we go back and look at it. But shout out to Oscar Ramos in the building. What's going on, man? Then we got Zach Humphreys in the building. We got Crypto Vern in the building. What's going on, man? Crypto Vern says, yeah, throw all them bears out. What's up, Zach? Let's see. We got CC Averto in the building. What's going on, man? I'm here listening to Clear, brother. I'm good. Okay. And then Benji Flo says his rate target is 3.25, 3.5 for the year. We did 2.5, so next we'll get a 0.5. and then a 0.25 and take us to 3.25 for the year. Yeah, I mean that's literally spot on to what I just said. But yeah, like that's
bullish.
That's bullish, right? That's bullish. So decreasing hikes will create the bulls. I believe so. That's how it kind of works.
As long as CPI comes down,
yep,
that's the only thing that will make the Fed adjust. Yeah, because it's the only thing they care about. Honestly,
if our next report is headed to 9.5 and 10%, Houston, we have a problem.
Oh yeah.
However, if our next report is headed toward 8.5, 8.1 on CPI, Houston, stand by. You know what I'm saying? Houston, we're clear for takeoff. Yeah. So Zach Humphrey says, man, Jay Powell is so good at making bad news sound good. Seriously, a skill. Yeah, it is.
I didn't take it as being bad.
Yeah, I was about to say, I kind of go back and forth with it, where it's like, I understand that recession, the word recession is like the boogeyman. I get it. I completely get it. But I just view this recession differently than every other recession we've had. So him explaining that, yes, it sounds like it's a political ploy to make it sound like something that it's not. However, just dig into the weeds a little bit, dig into the numbers just a little bit, and you might find yourself kind of agreeing with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you just dig just a little bit, take a look at those numbers from previous recessions, and those numbers aren't matching where we are. They're just not, that's just the reality of it. And that's not me siding with Powell or siding with Biden or picking a political side. That's just literally taking a look at the numbers and being objective about the numbers. So
yeah, I don't think it's even really about politics. I mean, I think, I don't want to get too political, but I think people try to make a lot of things about politics that just aren't about politics. Mm-hmm. And when you really, like Hobbs said, really dig into the numbers, it's been hard for me to even call this a recession. Inflation, did it hurt everybody? Yes. Is it still hurting everybody? Yes. But is it coming down? Yes. So, I mean, and to be honest, I think that most people, and it's crazy for me to say this because it's a different recession, is that most people were more afraid of inflation than they were losing their jobs. Yep. When you talk about recession, people are afraid that they're going to be put out of work. And I can tell you that most people are not afraid they're going to be put out of work because there are just too many jobs out there for people to get. Now, that doesn't excuse the fact that some people just don't want to work because, it might not be enough money for them or whatever they got going on. But the fact of the matter is that jobs are available. And, we even talked about today with Austin and Zach and Oscar about how a lot of the crypto sector has been cutting jobs a lot. But the only reason why the crypto sector has been cutting jobs is because of poor management. They've mismanaged their funds and they've been very, not only risky, but I think irresponsible with the way that they're running their businesses, and they paid for it. But in the stock market, if you look at those companies, you don't see that. Like, yeah, you see some freezing, you see small layoffs, but nothing huge like a 20 or 30%er. Like you don't see that. I mean, look at Apple. Apple, they were really scared of the chip shortage, and they were about to get murdered, and they've come out unscathed, did better than they did the last quarter, and they haven't fired anybody to my knowledge. So
and then they're about to get bailed out.
Yeah, I mean some of these companies, they're kind of recession proof. Honestly, it's a little ridiculous, but and another point that Hobbs made was that people have more money spending now, and the businesses on top of that have more money to spend now than they did during any other recession. I think we watched a video the other day on the Wall Street Journal that said like these companies have like $4 trillion worth of spending money that they're just holding on to. So they don't necessarily need to cut these jobs, and they can actually hire more. So the country will start expanding, right? We just have to be patient. And in the meantime, the Fed's doing their job by bringing down the inflation.
Not to mention we have an unemployment rate that's at 3.6% and probably is going to come down even further, right? That's a great unemployment rate. It just is. So, So let's get into these charts a little bit, man. I don't want to bore you guys to death with some of that, macroeconomic talk, but you got to know it. You got to know it. You got to at least have a taste of it, right? Now, what did we get today? What we got today was a huge movement in Ethereum because of the movement in the SPY. We got a huge movement in Bitcoin because of the movement in the SPY. The question that's on everybody's mind, right? Everybody's mind is, will it last? Now, I think me and Justin just did a pretty good job laying out why we think that from a temporary standpoint, this recession may actually, this particular this particular bull run may be one that can be sustained over time. Because what I tend to think is that what's going to happen is, one, people don't like bear markets. Like, yes, there is money to be in bear markets, but the consumer, the average trader investor, they don't really like being in bear markets for too long. 7 months. This is our first month of having a green month all year long, right? Heading into the holiday season, people are going to start spending, right? We're heading into the end of the year, going into 2023. This particular time frame right here, we may look back on and see that this is quite potentially the bottom of the market, right? And we could be looking for a bull run. Like I said, the only thing that can take us down is how high are those inflation numbers going. So if you're betting on this particular run right here, the only thing that you should be looking at as far as dialing back your plays, if you're looking to be a trader, you should be looking to come out of those plays mid-August, right? Because if you're looking at this, we're in this trading zone of about 1726 to about 1800. So 17 to 1800 on Ethereum. And we're looking at about 23,000. These are some of the things I spoke about earlier, but I didn't have my charts up. 23,000 to about 25,000 on the soft support side. If we can stay in these ranges until CPI comes out, I fully expect us to touch 25,000, kind of get rejected, and then blow past it if that CPI data comes out and it's very, very bullish for us. So I would say the countdown is now, and you got about 3, maybe 4 weeks to either load your bags or, still be a bear. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah. I think the data comes out in about 2 weeks from now. I think it's like mid-August, about August 15th. However, I will say that, obviously I'm not an oracle, and I don't know, the future, but just looking at gas prices and kind of how I'm gauging everything, I think that CPI is going to come in lower. I don't know how much lower, but it's going to come in lower than it did last month. So, or this, this month coming into next month, because July has it's been a good month. So I'm excited because I think that this bull run is going to last at least for the next 2 months. Once the Fed meeting comes out, I think we'll kind of stabilize a little bit. And then from there, we'll kind of see what Jerome Powell does. If he sticks to the script and everything works out perfectly, we could very well have a nice, end of the year rally, which normally does happen, right? We normally get a nice end of the year pump. And so that might be what's going on right now. And Hobbs, you brought up a great point. People are going to be spending much more money come the holiday season.
Yep.
Now, historically, during the
hopefully
holidays,
ad revenue goes up too. Google AdSense, aka YouTube. Give me my money. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead,
but during the holidays, normally volume is down a bit. However, I think if we see a run, we could see a higher volume, seeing how everybody's just kind of hit away in the market for the past 7 months. So people will have that money to spend. What? Shout
out to Glenn in the chat, man. He always come in. He cannot let this mimosa thing go. He cannot. Thank you so much, Glenn. He says, nice job. Man, please, bears go home, says Cryptoverse. Hey, man, look, there's money to be made in a bear market too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a bear. I'm not a bull. I shift as the market shift. It's the only, the stock market and the crypto market is the only market that I'm cool with changing my stripes. Right? Normally I'm pretty even keel. I'm a one type dude, but like when it comes to making money, you got to be able to adjust as things happen in the market. You can't get stuck in emotionally being a bear or a bull. You have to be able to trade with your heart. Trade with your chart, not your heart, right? And this is what we're trying to bring over to the Clear Cryptos educational channel. It's starting to allow people to understand that fundamental analysis, technical analysis, they all play a role into illustrating a picture for your trade and your investment. It gives you an idea of when's the best time to get in. It's not going to paint a perfect picture, but it puts you in the right in the right ballpark. And then shout out to Glenn. He says, if Hobbs has this right, I will drink a mimosa in Daytona. Now I'm very bullish on the market. Now,
oh God,
because if you don't think I'm gonna get like 30 pictures of you drinking a mimosa from like 13 different angles in Daytona, it's going down. But yeah, shout out to Glenn, man. We appreciate you
Glenn
stopping
needs
by.
more than just one mimosa.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy him
one.
a
You
round
need at least
of
like
mimosas.
3 or 4 mimosas. You know, they got champagne in them, so it's a party, right? You need at least 4 of them.
Yeah, no, I hope to have it right. I mean, I don't claim to be, Nostradamus or anything like that. I just try to judge it and look at it from every aspect as I can, as I see it. Obviously, my thought process may change as time goes forward. I'll be the first one to let you know, hey man, this is what my thought process was. This is the new information that I have. And now let's get back to the drawing board, giddy up. All right. But yeah, so I guess the question is, Justin, now is like, what is it that, after everything we just said, everything we just discussed, bringing this all back home to Clear Cryptos, knowing what you know, right? Don't spill the beans, but knowing what you know about Clear Cryptos, how can all of this in your mind, macroeconomics, crypto going up, going down, how does that relate to what it is Clear Cryptos is bringing to the market or plans to bring to the market? It's a pretty vague question, but I know. Answer it as best you can.
It is vague, but here I'll answer it with a story. So I was talking to my parents today, and they know that I do YouTube, and I was telling them about Clear Cryptos, and we were also talking about crypto in general. And so my parents are interested in crypto. However, they know absolutely nothing about crypto. Like I was explaining, utilities for DeFi. I was explaining mining. I was explaining NFTs, and they were just blown away because when I was talking to them, they were just like, so, you think Bitcoin is going to be used for payments and like, that's it. And I was like, I mean, yeah, that's one thing, but there's a whole other side of crypto that y'all know nothing about. Yeah. And I was explaining to them, and they were like, "Oh my God, like crypto does all this stuff," and I was like, yes, it does. And I was telling them, the Clear Cryptos, the company that we're doing content for, is perfectly for you. Like you need to get onto this channel so you can start learning this information because they're open to it, but they don't know where to start. And so, I can only tell them but so much over the phone, but for them to actually sit down and watch a video and get that clarity so that, because all they know is, hey, this is a volatile asset that, goes up and goes down. And, they don't necessarily know the DeFi part of it, but there's just a whole nother realm to crypto and not a lot of people know it. Yeah. And so, but besides the whole market and being able to read the market, Clear Cryptos is going to bring those people in, like my parents, who are older, who know about it, but they don't really know about it, right? And they get that education, and then they're able to confidently go and invest in a cryptocurrency and feel comfortable being in that play with their hard-earned money that they worked for. Yeah.
I kind of look at it like a university almost, right? It's levels to this, right? Yes, there will be people that have nothing or know nothing about crypto that come into crypto, but that's not where. What I like about Clear Cryptos is there's so many legs to it that you don't have to stop with that level, right? There's people like Daniel's in the chat. He has a level of education, or knowledge. Like I don't even know what his education is, but I know his level of knowledge, just from speaking to him on numerous occasions, it's pretty up there, right? But Clear Cryptos has an angle for that too, right? You know what I mean? Like they have so many things that they're kind of working on and developing. And when I say working on and developing, I should say finalizing, right? That would be more of an accurate, depiction of what's actually happening. What I like about this part of it though, right? The leg that we're focusing on currently for everybody to see, the leg that we're focusing on right now, it's not to sell you anything. We haven't come on Clear Cryptos one time, not once, not one influencer, one ambassador. Nobody has come on here and said, hey man, invest in this, invest in that. What we're telling you is exactly what we're giving you. And that's education to the best of our ability. And what I like about Clear Cryptos is they're giving this opportunity because they know this part is very well needed. And to just piggyback on your story, I'll tell my own story. Wednesday, I went to go pick up my son from daycare when I had to leave my show early. I ended up staying at the daycare for 20, 30 minutes talking to my daycare provider, because the first thing she said, my wife told her that I did YouTube. She's like, can I ask you about your journey? Like, how did you get there? And of course, the conversation ended up going into crypto. And when I started explaining to her about Clear Cryptos, obviously I did not break my NDA, Glenn, just letting you know. But when I started explaining to her, you know, it hit me. It clicked that, yeah, your parents are older, but this lady's in her 40s. She knows nothing about crypto. She knows nothing about crypto, but she wants to know. She really, really wants to know. And the more and more people that hear about crypto in general, the more and more people that are becoming very, very curious, and they're looking for a very pipeline way into getting all of the information about crypto and making crypto easy. And I think that's what Clear Cryptos is out here to do, is make things simple. Don't overcomplicate things. And some of the things that I've, you know, heard that are coming down the pipeline, it's definitely going to be able to accomplish that. So very, very excited to be working with this team. So
yeah, before we
ahead,
move
brother.
on real fast, I think another thing too is not only bringing positivity, you know, into crypto, but positive experiences too. Because there's a lot of people out in the crypto space who are not out to do good. They're out to harm people through their pockets. And so I think giving people a positive experience where, you know, even if you lose just because, you know, you got in at the wrong time, you know, I'm not talking about that, right? Like you can't win 100% of the time, and you can't always be on top. However, being invested and at least having a good experience, and like you said, making it easy to invest, will keep all those people around that don't know about crypto, because they hear the stories of younger people making generational wealth by being in crypto.
Absolutely.
And having those positive stories keeps people around, and then getting the stories out of the picture that are like, hey, you know, these 30 cryptos just rug pulled this week.
Exactly.
Or, you know,
getting the poison out.
Yeah, exactly. If we purify crypto, might just coin that, but if we purify crypto, it'll bring those people who aren't in crypto, who hear nothing but bad things about crypto, into the space.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Glenn says everything that exists has to be reimagined, reinvented through crypto. We will move from speculative to store of value. And that's going to be the huge difference, the huge next step. It's kind of what I spoke about earlier, is when, you know, it's store value, truly store value, everybody can invest in it. Everybody can invest in it and not even know that they're investing in it, right? When you have, you're in the military, right? And we used to have that TSP. Remember, you know TSP. TSP, 90% of the people, probably 95% of the people in the military have no idea what stocks TSP is investing in for them, right? When crypto can be adopted into things like TSP, it's a game changer. It's truly a store of value, and it's safe. And I think things like this need to happen specifically in the DeFi space to make DeFi line up with, you know, because people look at the centralized exchange space and you see what's happening over there.
Oh yeah.
So that space isn't fully trusted, right? So when they think about DeFi, there's so many people that know Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's people that don't even know that DeFi even exists. So I think that the way that you change that narrative is you have to come with something that's tangible, something that's relatable, something that's easy, and something that has a 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Those steps are important. And I think the way that you accomplish that is you make it kind of like a vending machine, right? Point, click, get your soda pop out. You know what I mean? Like that's the way you got to make it. So
I mean, you're right. I mean, if you were to tell somebody to figure out Robinhood, they could probably figure it out on their own in a matter of 30 minutes, 45 minutes max.
Yep.
Right? Like it's easy.
Point
right?
click.
And they don't have a problem. It's buy, sell, and you're done.
Yep.
Right.
And look how massively adopted Robinhood was.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure. So Daniel says, not bragging or anything, but my formal education as a physicist. Yeah, that's probably true. I'm not even gonna lie. But thanks for the kind words. Hey, no problem, Daniel. Daniel has a wonderful brain, says Glenn. Facts. Yeah, 100%. There's Daniel says, just for you, Justin, surely there's some exception in legal circles for NDAs when it comes to one's mom.
There might be, but I'm not breaking
I ain't
NDAs.
trying to break it. Look, this is my first NDA. I'm not trying to mess it up.
right. She can learn when everybody else learns. She ain't special.
Daniel says, in time, crypto will become useful. I 100% agree with you. DeFi, scrub-a-dub. Daniel says, before store value, we need to make crypto easy. At the moment, there's no incarnation, which saves people time. It will come eventually. That couldn't have said it better, Daniel. Maybe minus the incarnation word. I probably wouldn't have used that word, but yeah. But Glenn says, best part of DeFi, trust level is a personal choice and decision. I agree. That is true. You choose how to interact with the blockchain, Luxide Crypto says. And then Daniel says, well, this is why ETFs are good for older folks. Like my parents' generation would invest in BTC if they could just call their broker and tell them.
That's a great point.
That's exactly my point, Daniel.
Because a lot of old people, they don't want to have to track a chart every single day to see where their money is at. They just want to set it and forget it. And actually, that's not just old people. That's most people.
That's just most
people. I don't want to say old people. That's most people.
Yep.
Most people, they just want to know that their money is safe and that it's going up, and that if it's going down, it's not going to completely tank to nothing.
Yep.
That's all they care about. They don't care to learn about the charts or anything like that, or even the crypto or what it does. They just want to know that their money is safe. So we need ETFs and DeFi.
Mind blown. I think that there's a way to get there. I don't know if the ETFs is the answer. I don't know if that's the full answer, but I'm just giving an example of, easy, right? I don't know what that easy button looks like. Like, I'm not that guy, but I'll be able to explain it to you when we get there. I guarantee you that.
I also agree with Daniel what he said there, though. They just don't have the time or patience to fiddle with wallets, keys, and such. Not only that, but then if you start adding on the buy and sell taxes and just all the other taxes to get ETH or swapping and all the other fees that come along with crypto, people are like, wait, what? I'm losing money? Like I just bought $200, but only got 180, and then I had taxes, so then I really got even less than that for my crypto, and now I'm actually down when I start out in the play. So
try explaining MetaMask to your wife. Just like, or not even your wife, just anybody that doesn't know crypto. Try explaining MetaMask to them. You will get the deer in the headlight looks. I've gotten it on numerous occasions. People have asked me, is crypto real? Can you actually cash out? Like, is there, like, how do you get your money? Like, it's crazy. I can literally sit here when I made my move to Kansas, right? The movers. Remember, I was sitting in front of the movers all day. The guy that owned the storage unit came out. Man, this dude talked to me for like an hour. It was easy because I do this every day, right? But this dude talked to me for an hour, and he was just like, man, I'm making, he put me all in his business. I'm making $80,000 a month with the storage unit. He owns the whole business. I'm looking for ways to diversify my income. And I'm just, I'm talking to him. I'm like, he was like, I know you run, I told him about the channel and everything. He was like, I'm looking to get into crypto. Like, how do I even start? And that, again, just hearing these conversations, just talking to everyday people, they all say the same thing, just in a different way. And that's how I know it's time. Like, we're getting closer. We're getting closer to that time where people are looking for that easy button. What if Clear Cryptos is the easy button? What if that's what if that's what you're looking for? So I think that if that's the case, starting with education is a no-brainer, in my opinion. So
yeah.
All right. Well, not necessarily ETFs. Like, MicroStrategy is basically cheap BTC for a while now, says Daniel. Yep. Austin says, hey guys, great job. Hey, thanks, Austin Hilton. Thank you for stopping by, brother. We appreciate you.
What's up, Austin?
And then yes, buy, sell, marketing, taxes on crypto assets is a fob which must die already. Yeah. Yeah, I can't even tell you, Daniel. And then everybody's saying hi to Austin. What's going on, brother? Benji Flow that says that's why I like reflections. It replaces the token taxes and miners siphon off your bag. Welcome in Austin again. And then all right. Interesting. Austin arrives when we start talking about this. I know, right? Old people. He woke up from his nap. Yep, I am up from my nap. Good to go for 2 hours now. We woke him up with our talk of my parents' generation. Oh man, they coming for Austin as soon as he walks in the room. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. But yeah, man. So like I said, man, we wanted to do a quick overview of the macroeconomics of everything. Wanted to go through some of the things we're looking at in regards to the earnings report or the earnings whisper for tomorrow. We wanted to go through the economic calendar, kind of tie it all back into crypto by taking a look at the Ethereum and Bitcoin charts. I was going to take us through gold a little bit, but I want to do a little bit more research on gold and the similarities between gold and silver versus the market before I actually bring that to the table. We took a look at the Apple earnings. Very, very good on Apple's earnings. I did forget to mention the outlook was beautiful. In terms of an outlook in the aggregate, we expect revenue to accelerate in September's quarter, despite seeing some pockets of softness, says the CEO, Tim Cook. That's probably what ran Apple stock, right? Like that's probably what ran the stock. Let's be real. So, so then we tied all of that back to the markets. And again, I did want to, before we finish, make sure you go to Twitter, right? Click on the link tree. It'll take you to this link here. Join the Discord, join the YouTube channel, be informed about Clear Cryptos because this is where the information is going to be dropped. And Justin, if you could, bring us out, man, with your final thoughts, and then I'll close up.
Oh, well, final thoughts. It's been a bullish month now, which is surprising. Like, it's weird to say. Like, I don't think it still hasn't hit me yet that those words are coming out of my mouth. Like, it's been a bullish 4 weeks. Like, it's been as green as this background and Clear Crypto's channel logo, and I am here for it. But like I always say, just because we're green today doesn't mean we're going to be green tomorrow. So make sure you protect yourself out there in these streets. And, we're really happy to be on the Clear Cryptos team. We can't wait for everything that's coming with Clear Cryptos. I think everybody is going to be shocked, awed, and even more impatient for everything to come than what everybody already is. So, just really thankful to be here. And we will catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah, thank you guys. Look, I'm gonna get through the rest of these comments because they're freaking hilarious.
You dying over here. I can barely talk.
Because Dan says pockets of softness sounds weirdly creepy.
Yeah, I saw that.
But Zach brought up a good point. War is also a big topic to consider. Appreciate that. I love how they all come in at the end and want to extend the show. Like we don't have families. Like it's not 9-10 o'clock on the East Coast. Hey, and then shout out to Candy Fruge, guys. It's not Fudge, but shout out to Candy Fudge.
I thought it was
Fruge, one of my subscribers over at the Crypto Shop. Appreciate you stopping by. Click Crypto says everyone will want to be in the Discord. Is going to be a wealth of knowledge once we get things rolling. I agree. Get in the Discord, y'all. Zach, 100%. I'll be there on Monday. No, Candy. My Discord is separate from the Discord we're discussing here. Monday, you can get in my Discord because it's a paid Discord. The Discord that we're referring to is Clear Crypto's Discord. It's free. You can get in this thing right now. You can literally go to their Twitter page, click the link tree. It'll take you right here, and you can get right in the Discord, and it's absolutely free. Costs you nothing.
You want to drop that link tree link in the
sure. I can drop it. I forgot I'm the only one that has control on this one.
Yes, you are.
All right, copy. There you guys go. There you go, Candy. It's gonna be in the chat right there. Next time I do the live on Clear Cryptos, I'll be sure to put it in the description so you guys will have it readily available for you. Great show tonight, and don't forget to hit that like button. Yes, please do. So what's your opinion on the of synthetics? Okay, I'm joining now. Okay, thank you. All right, cool. All right, my final thoughts, guys. First of all, I've had an absolute blast tonight. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and showing some love on the channel. I'm gonna welcome Candy for y'all so much. Kirko's token is dropping. No, Dave, we don't have any information on that as of yet. We're gonna hold off on that until we're ready to do everything. But just keep on keeping on with the Discord, and we'll get you that information. But yeah, so man, like I say on the shop, man, guys, it's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. Look, we had a great time on the channel tonight, man. I cannot wait to spend more time on the channel and making more content for you guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you coming out tonight, and I will catch you guys on the next episode of Clear Crypto's Education, man. For myself and Justin, we out, man. Peace.